Welcome to the Five Hole Podcast with Niko and Nick. Robert's going to join us maybe in a little bit. We got a victory podcast for the New York Giants, for the New York Jets, for the New York Yankees, for the New York Mets. Good week. It's all going to be ruined next week, but we'll figure it out. We got a nice Thursday night football game against the Cowboys. Jets play the Broncos? No, the Vikings. Jets play the Vikings.
Yes, they play the Vikings. Sam Darnold masterclass.
Yeah, Sam Darnold's actually
really
lighting. He's lighting up the league right now, which is incredible.
Listen.
This is my point.
I always thought he was a good quarterback. I just didn't think he was right for the Jets.
All right, if you look at
the Jets ruined him.
If you look at how I'm thinking right now, you look at the Giants' schedule so far this season. Vikings are looking like a good team. And the Commanders are looking like a good team somehow. Jane Daniels is I'm not gonna join the bandwagon of jumping on Jaden Daniels going to be a star, but he's going to be a good quarterback for sure. So both losses in the Giants' schedule were to teams we thought were really bad, but actually are pretty good.
Yeah, they're all good. Now, I have to say, though, Jaden Daniels is a very good quarterback. It is the first time that I think in a long time that the Commanders have had a legit quarterback. So that was something I think everyone kind of knew going into the season. There was going to be an uptick. I think guys are also playing better now just because that's an elevated, position now where in the past it wasn't. Guys like Taylor Heineke and who was the guy last year? Last year,
Sam Howell? No,
Howell.
Yeah, Sam
Howell. You know what I mean? So there was guys like that they believed in, but they're all in on Jaden Daniels. He is an awesome quarterback, great dual threat quarterback. Those apple bombs. You see the bomb was fun.
Yeah, it was
a good game.
It's a good deep,
unbelievable.
Earlier too. Good deep throw. He's got an arm on him, and he's also a really good physical. He's a good runner. He's a physical runner. He's a fast runner. He's got that Lamar Jackson-esque style of play. But he can. Honestly, I think he's more of a dual threat than Lamar. Lamar's got a good arm, but his accuracy sometimes is off.
Very small sample
size, sure. Very small size. But still, I think absolutely, I think it's there.
I agree. I think he's going to be a really good quarterback. I think the Commanders, hopefully, with the new ownership, can kind of steer the ship in the right direction. Hopefully, this franchise can, be successful. And obviously, being a Giants fan, you'd never wish that. But for what that franchise, that fan base has been through, I think that they really deserve a new era. And I think starting with Daniels is exactly what they need. He's a real top quarterback. They probably haven't had a quarterback, this much surrounding him. Well,
if you think about it,
since RG3, I guess. The last time that
you see the stat, I think they posted it yesterday on Twitter, that the Commanders have had 11 quarterbacks throw a completion to Terry McLaurin. 11. And it goes all the way back to Colt McCoy, which is insane. They've had 11, starting quarterbacks throw a ball to their wide receiver one in the past, however many years it's been. But they're looking good. So listen, let's change to the Giants for a second.
Yeah,
let's change to the Giants. Malik Neighbors is going to be an absolute star in this league. He's better. He's better with the eye test, and I think his combination. He's just a better football player than Odell Beckham Jr. was. I think without a doubt. I think Odell was faster. I think Malik's got better hands so far. Malik's got better hands. Malik's more physical. He's a bigger wide receiver, right? And I just think I think he's a better route runner. I think he's a better route runner.
Listen, that OBJ slant was unbelievable.
Yeah, but I feel like he's an incredible. He was an incredible player for the Giants. I think he's more complete. And the most important thing for me, at least, is his head is in football. His head. He has a football mind. He is a football player through and through. Odell wasn't. Odell got involved with a lot of things outside of football. His head wasn't there.
The boat.
Yeah, the boat.
I was waiting for that.
He had a lot of outside, his mind was taken up by a lot of outside things, and I think that if Malik Neighbors can focus on football, which I think that's the most important
He
thing,
is. I think he is.
and I
So,
think that's very important when comparing the 2 players.
yeah, I'm
It's only been 3 games, but as of right now, as of recording on
I'm a fan of
Tuesday,
him.
the 24th, number 1 receiver in the league in, PFF grade, number 1 wide receiver 1. Um, I think he broke a record for, uh, most 20 I think it's like 20 plus receptions with 3 touchdowns in the first 3 games of the
Yeah.
NFL career.
No, he looks unbelievable. Besides the one play in Washington, like, yeah,
Listen,
he dropped it, but
he dropped it, but that's just that,
it happened.
that a lot of people call that's the reason that they lost the game. Sure, that would have sealed the
There's a
game.
lot of it.
There's a lot of reasons they lost that
They
game.
didn't have a kicker.
The Devin Singletary
Sorry.
they didn't have the Devin Singletary fumble, at the beginning towards the beginning of the game.
You had problems with that in
So,
Buffalo. I know Houston, he was
did.
good.
Houston last year, he had 1 fumble all year. Oh, no, he didn't fumble all year. One of them. It's either one or he didn't
I
fumble
know
at all.
Houston, he was good
But
last year.
since 2019 coming into the league, he has the most fumbles of anybody. I think it was like 1 or 0 last year, 3 the year before, 5 the year before that, 6 the year before that, something like that. So he does
He's gotten better, but
bring him into the Tiki Barber workshop.
yeah,
Whatever Tiki Barber did, bring Tiki into the facility and just be like, "Here, this is how you hold on the ball. This is what I learned how to hold on the ball."
yeah.
That's what you gotta do. I mean, at this point,
Obviously,
we're through
he showed,
3
like,
games and he has 2 fumbles already.
now, again, that's not taking away. He's had really good rushing stats coming in, playing for the
Sure, no,
Bears. He's been looking good. He's just the
he's been
fumbles.
looking great.
Now, talking about rookies, speaking of another rookie that I think has been kinda overachieving in his short stint, and Luis Angel has filled in for Francisco.
We already switched to the Mets? No,
I'm
no,
too
we gotta
fired up.
wait.
You know
We'll
what?
wait. We gotta wait. Let's talk about the dude. The Giants are 1 and 2,
I'm
and
too
they have a
fired up.
game in 2 days against, the Cowboys, who are a shell of themselves.
I'm too fired up.
Let's focus on that.
Yeah, I'm focused on the Mets.
Focus on the Giants right now. The Giants have the NFC East up for grabs.
Oh my god.
They do.
No,
They do.
stop.
It's how? They're 1 game out.
It's 3 games.
Yeah, 1 game out. So what?
Oh
Fight
my
for it. Let's go. Good game against the Browns. That's a good defense. The Browns are a good
No.
defense.
Well, so this is
They shut down. I mean, Myles Garrett had some pressures, but they shut down Myles Garrett.
No.
They shut down
I
that
agree.
defensive line, right? That was a good game against a really good defense.
I think Joe Shane really kind of rebolstered this offensive
When-
line. Right.
Oh,
He
100%.
finally did it. He
100%.
finally hit it right. I feel like never had a good offensive line, maybe for a few years. But I think that's something that Joe Shane is now finally getting right. Obviously drafted John Michael Schmidt, the new center. Before that, Thomas and Evan Neal, which was still under at the time. But to see the pieces that he then placed in, because Gettleman obviously could never hit on it. Fixing the veteran pieces of that offensive line, never could get it right.
Good moves.
I'm good. Bunyan looks pretty good. I'm very pleased. Very pleased. Andrew Thomas still looks pretty good. John Michael Schmitz looks fine at center.
I just want to
totally
cut you
fine
off
with
for a second. Our producer is literally texting me, fact checking me of the things I say, and annoying. Connor, you're right. He's not even listening. He's fact checking me currently. It's just. I said our producer's fact checking me currently.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anyways, sorry. Malik Neighbors is not the PFF number 1 ranked wide receiver. PFF fantasy number 1 wide receiver. Same thing. It's the same thing. Forget about rating.
He's shown up to the.
But right now, I think that we can have. Yes, it's week 3. I'm maybe jumping to conclusions, but I'm ready to start having conversations about where Malik Neighbors falls in wide receivers in the league.
Not yet.
Yeah, I think so.
Not yet.
I think so.
I agree. It's going.
I think it is there.
It's not there yet.
I think it's there. Yet his stats.
He will finish. He will finish in the top 2, top 3 Rookie of the Year voting. That's for sure. I can give you that.
If not win it. I mean, I think he's
If
gonna
not
win
win
it.
it,
I think the only person ahead of him at this point
maybe
is Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
Maybe if he continues
If
what he's doing.
See, that's my point. If
I mean, you
Jaden
look
Daniels lights
at
it up like he is.
yeah, he's not really lighting it up. It's just they're running.
He's gotten better.
Yeah,
He's gotten better.
Sure, but they're running the ball at an effective rate. Like
No,
that's
he's running the ball. Not to mention the throws and the running he does.
yeah, the run is good, but I don't think
If he keeps it up,
but
really, really good.
I think that you look at what it is right now. He's Malik Neighbors. This isn't rookie. This is in the entire league. Second in receptions, fifth in yards, first in touchdowns. Right? That's
Yeah.
we're talking about the league.
No,
Forget about rookies. The
I
league,
know.
and he's going to be.
I
mean, obviously we're 3 games in. He's on pace for 17 touchdowns and whatever 1,500 yards. I think it is. Obviously that might not happen, but I'm just saying on pace.
Listen,
He's going to be a star in this league, and if teams start,
they're gonna start playing him a lot more seriously.
they're gonna start playing him a lot more seriously. But if he's able to overcome that, then I'll be really excited. We have our co-host entering the studio right now, late as always. Robert Hughes is in the building. What's going on?
Not much. I mean, just finished my photo class.
Nice.
Still on it, actually. I just lied. I heard. What are you talking about? Malik Neighbors action?
Malik Neighbors. Are we at the point where he is finally? Are we at the point where we start talking about his position?
No,
what?
as like
As a
top
top wide receiver.
No, I agree. Give me the full year.
Sure, I think he's.
I will say
he's
on the trajectory. He's on the trajectory.
I think that his skill set. Just look at his skill set.
Okay.
You look at how he does everything. He's big. He's fast.
Okay, so
And that was honestly
give
what,
me a year.
sure. That was honestly what they were talking about in the draft too. A lot of people were saying, sure, Marvin Harrison was going to go as the first wide receiver, right? Yeah. But there was a lot of differences between the 3 wide receivers that were there. Yeah, Marvin Harrison, Malik Neighbors, and Rome Dunze, right?
Yeah,
Rome Dunze is a little bit of a small. He's smaller, I think. He's a smaller wide receiver than the rest of them.
He's still a beast.
Marvin Harrison is big. Is really big, and they were saying that might. What's that?
I was gonna say.
Oh,
but
I was
I realized I probably can't say that.
But he's a big wide receiver. He's a big wide receiver, and I think that his speed is a downfall. His speed is there, but I think Malik Neighbors had some things that they were saying in the draft, like when they were evaluating the draft class. Like, okay, Malik Neighbors is a more athletic receiver.
Yeah, I mean, you would probably better potential, I guess.
But yeah, I think
just as a raw, like
just raw talent. Yeah, raw talent wise, I think he has a wider range. And we've seen that through 3 weeks already. Rome Dunze is, I mean, I don't know what's going on in Chicago. I thought they were going to really turn it around, but you have Rome Dunze's dad posting videos of him being open on Twitter. Caleb Williams kind of like losing faith. Like, people are losing faith in him, and
it's ridiculous to lose faith in this guy, and he's in his
their
third
offensive line is absolutely atrocious.
But the third game, relax.
I mean, we're going into week 4. It's starting to get towards like.
Oh, I know, but when you're talking about
like this is when you're supposed to be in the full swing. If you see it, the Bears do the same thing again, like they've been doing on the 4th week. I mean, that's kind of a recipe for what's going to happen during the season. 100%.
I mean, I'm all for it. Screw the Bears.
Yeah, I know. As a Packer fan, you kind of want their downfall, but I think you guys are easily going to win the division.
Oh, absolutely.
Vikings are tough, but
Vikings.
I don't know how real they are.
I don't interesting.
Vikings are a very good team, but I don't know once now. There's film. Now their teams have film. They have a real defense. Don't get me wrong. Their defense is real. But on their offense, there's film on them, and maybe we start seeing a little bit of people figuring out what's going on with them, especially Sam Darnold. He hasn't had a lot of time playing confidently in this league. We'll see. But I think that it'll be either you or the Vikings. If the Vikings keep it up, they probably will.
That's a very good Vikings-Packer game this year.
Oh, yeah. It's a good team. I mean,
is that week 4?
Yeah.
Jordan Love is going to be back this week, or
See, I don't know. That's the thing. It would be a great game.
it would be a great game
But,
if he was back. But I mean, he
still
was
be a good
practicing
game.
last week, wasn't
He
he?
was. He
I
almost
saw.
played.
He might.
Yeah, I think since we're winning, if we were losing, I think
But Malik Willis is
he's slinging it.
he's slinging. He's
Right,
keeping.
it's not a hole.
It's not like it's not a hole. He's keeping it. Like he's being serviceable, which is exactly what you need. In
You do not want him to go to Minnesota and he gets defensive lineman and then he's stuck for the year.
Yeah,
I agree. I
When
mean,
you didn't have to play.
yeah, you didn't have to. But yeah, I think that I'm very excited. I think the Giants. I want to get your opinion because he hates his own team. I want to get your opinion. Yeah, I want to get your opinion on what do you think the chances are. So I think the spread just came out. Giants are plus 5.5 this Thursday night against the Cowboys at home, which is definitely a factor. What do you
what you think the Giants can
What do you think?
overcome that?
I think the Giants can win.
I think they could. The Giants have always been, especially to the Packers over time, it's been a trap game just for teams in general.
It's so funny you say that because I feel the exact opposite.
You guys always give teams a hard time
No, I disagree.
for no reason.
At least in our opinion, I always in my head I'm like, oh, this is great. Like Cowboys are really struggling. Their offensive line is struggling. They got a younger offensive line. Their team is kind of losing. Like, what's the word for it? Like losing
Identity.
like an identity. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I think they're like losing their identity. Like their offense is
They're a
really.
little bit of a
No, I would.
Well, I guess
I wouldn't
that's
say. I wouldn't say that. I'd
New
say-
York Yankee term of moving toy.
Yeah.
That's
I would say that. I would say that. I think it's weird. Like he's really not performing. And it's really weird. And Dak and Mike Parsons all came out. I think at the end of what was it 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Saying like some of our players need to take accountability. Like calling out players on his own team. Saying that they need to take accountability. They need to be there in the building early, getting ready. Like missing routes, missing balls. Like, he was really upset about it. I think this is set up perfectly for the Cowboys just come to MetLife absolutely run through us. I think like run through us and then we set them up and they go and like
Yep.
and I win the Super Bowl.
Sounds pretty
they
New
never
York.
do. But
Sounds pretty New York.
it looks like that sounds like the Giants
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah,
I also think like the part of me that's mostly positive.
I know. I would be
They're
surprised.
struggling. They're struggling, and we just came off we just played a really good defense. The Browns defense is at par with the Cowboys defense,
Yeah.
if not better.
I know they
The
might be
Browns
better.
defense.
They're
But the Browns offense is also not that good.
The
How many
Browns
turns over?
Deshaun Watson is wild. He's
But
absolutely
that's the thing.
atrocious.
You have to remember too. How many turnovers did the Browns?
No, what are you talking about? There's one fumble.
No, did they pick?
No, there was no interception.
Oh, and then there was a fumble, but then they were like they stopped them down. They did like there was a couple
once,
big-
but that's
what I'm
different.
saying.
That's
There's a better. There's a better.
the Cowboys have better offense.
Much better
absolutely,
offense.
but the
Yeah.
Browns have a top 5 defense.
Yeah.
And we scored.
They do.
And listen, it was 21-15. 21. It was 21-7 at half, which was crazy. Like you never see it.
No.
You never see
No.
what we just like. We never have good first halves. You never see opening kickoff fumbled because for some reason Eric Gray is taking back kickoffs, which makes no sense to me. Especially Brian Dable does not know how to coach special teams. Like he doesn't know how to function
Good
special teams.
coordinator.
Yeah.
Coach.
No, I think he's a good coach. I honestly think he is.
You said he can't coach teams.
No, special teams.
Special teams.
Oh.
No, I said I think he's a good coach. I think special teams, for some reason, it's this week 3 another special teams problem fumbled on the first kickoff. All right, they get the ball first play of the game. First play of the game after recovering the fumble is a touchdown to Amari Cooper. First play, and for some reason, I've never seen this before. The Giants come back and score a touchdown.
Absolutely wild.
Who's your special teams coach?
I have no idea.
I
I have no idea.
Nor do I
He's
really
fired.
care. Nor do I really
No,
care.
I think they changed. This is like the second iteration of special teams coach.
You know what I saw too? He's your
He missed
now.
it. He missed
I
the
know,
first.
crucial.
Missed
Wait,
the-
and the one lead?
Yeah, the one
Yeah,
late.
he
Yeah, he
missed
missed it.
it.
Yeah, late, and then they got the ball back. We were struggling, but thank God they
Yeah.
stink. Their offense stinks, but
Their defense is what keeps them in games.
Yes.
Michael
It really should.
Michael Gorbriel is the Giants special teams coordinator, replacing Thomas McGough.
That was from January 25th.
Yeah, last year.
Oh, okay.
That's
I think you
exactly-
meant the guy was already fired this season.
No, not. I meant like from this regime.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yes. There's another. Yeah. That coordinator, special teams coordinator were changed.
I think that's I think that's a real big problem. So we come back from that first play of the game, getting a touchdown. You know, I think we punt. I think the Giants offense punts, but then we get another stop and then score a touchdown. And then score another touchdown, and then another touchdown. 2 Malik Neighbors touchdowns, 1 Devin Singletary touchdown. And oh, sorry. Threw me off. Yeah.
I was popping my knee.
Yeah, three touchdowns in the first half, and then second half kind of went a little stagnant.
Yes.
The offense was kind of struggling because they did change up corners on Malik Neighbors. They switched to Ward. He's an elite corner in the league. So I think that they just kind of shut him down at that point. But and they really weren't targeting the run game. Kind of wasn't there until that last play of the game where Devin Singletary clinched it and sat at the 1 yard line and just iced the game.
I haven't seen that in a while where the Giants ice a game.
Yeah,
they make it way too interesting.
They did it almost at the end too, where they were driving down after that missed field goal, they were driving down the field, and somehow we that ball was from Jerome Ford. We got the ball back, but then it was nothing. But yeah, the second half wasn't great. But if they could replicate what they did in the first half against the Packers in any form, against the Cowboys in any form.
Okay.
I also think Deonte Banks needs to take the next step in being a corner because he is struggling. He looks like a cornerback too. That's what he looks like. When you are supposed to be the lockdown number one cornerback, you have to start playing wide receiver ones better than you are now. He got dusted by Amari Cooper.
First round pick.
Yeah.
Yes.
This year?
Last year.
Oh, jeez. How was last year?
Last year was all right.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Last year wasn't bad. He's not bad.
He got
not bad.
He got better.
He just had,
started to see.
He just,
a couple big plays.
yeah, he just has some things where it's just I don't know if it's scheme or if it's just how he plays because we've been playing. Shane Ball, the defensive coordinator, is completely different than what we've been running last year, where he's not sending a lot of pressure. Yes, the other day he did against the Browns, but that's not his game style.
He also knew the offensive line was
that's why he did that. But he doesn't send a lot of pressure, so it's a lot of space. He's playing these a lot of plays, a lot of these pass sets. The corners are playing 5 yards back, 10 yards back. They're playing pretty deep.
I think Banks has to play.
When we were on Deshaun Watson was on 5 yards, right? And Deontay Banks is playing inside leverage on Amari Cooper 5 yards back on the goal line, essentially. Amari Cooper does one stutter step to the outside. Banks bites, and then he just comes right in. It just wide open slant. Wide open.
Getting cooked, Amari Cooper, 2024. He's not the greatest look.
Yeah, it's not the greatest look, but I think
that's also just
I think that right there was scheme. He had to have been. He's playing 8 yards off.
You can't do that. I know.
He's playing 8 yards back, and in your head, as a second year corner, you're like, all right, I'm gonna get inside leverage, just because if he goes outside and they put a ball over there, he's gonna get it.
Right.
So I'm playing him on the inside, but then that leaves the slant open. So instead of if they just change the play call where he's up, I want to see Deontay Banks play up on the line, right? Give him a jab and just try to stay close to him. I mean, he's 32 years. How old is Amari Cooper?
Yeah, you're probably right. 30.
You're an athletic kid. Just get on the line and just be physical. I think that was scheme. I don't know if that was entirely his fault.
We'll see. We'll see going into next week.
I think we're gonna win. I think next week we're gonna have a nice victory. I know next week, like when we have the show, nice another victory. Giants 2-2. Giants 2-2. Eagles 1-3 because Eagles suck.
Boo.
So that means the Cowboys are what? 2-2, right? Right now, yes. 2-2.
Yes.
So we're 2-2. Cowboys are 2-2. Eagles are 1-3. The Commanders lose, and I don't know who they're playing, but they'll be 2-2 too. So 2-3. We're tied for the lead.
Oh my.
You're not going anywhere.
I'm not expecting. We're not going anywhere.
We should be
Really excited. I like having. I don't want to nail that.
You know what I have hope in?
Season because I think about it. I also think that next year I don't want to draft a quarterback. No.
All right, so we'll wait for the year after that, and we'll take Arch.
That would be
pretty funny.
That would actually be
But actually, a quarterback I love even more than him is he's a dog. He's a really good player, and he's got a crazy arm, very mobile. Put some weight on him down there. He's got a Patty LaBelle. He's got to get some. He's got to get some. No, he's
2 years out.
If he put some weight on, it would be fun to see him.
No, I think I'd rather take Archman. He's pretty quick.
You know what I have hope on? And I've been dying, but first half,
the New York
Mets. Oh my God! Everyone's talking about this kid's talking all Giants because he knows everyone's talking about the Mets. The biggest series of the season.
Everyone's talking about the Mets.
Everyone's talking.
Congrats!
About the Mets.
I mean, you gotta get in the dance. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
If you guys don't have Lindor in the playoffs, that's a problem.
Nah, he's gonna be back today.
Playing him.
I can check, but to my knowledge, everything.
Well, we're gonna win today and clinch the East.
Everything is taking up. Yeah, win, right?
Yeah, all we have to do is win today.
Yeah,
clinch
make
the
a World
East.
Series.
The Orioles sweep them and they push to the next.
No, we're not. The Orioles.
They are. They're still gonna make the playoffs.
I think you guys. Are you locked in yet? You guys still have that series with the Diamondbacks?
No. After this, it's the Braves for 3.
Braves,
and then it's
that's
today. So it's today, tomorrow, and Thursday. Today, tomorrow, and Thursday. It's the Braves.
Who do you finish off?
We've already clinched. So
yeah,
but the Braves play Kansas City.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one because they haven't clinched yet. The Brewers clinched weeks ago. They're
Royals.
Yeah,
so
but the Royals are not in yet, so they're going to be they're going to be playing really hard.
Question. So you guys,
we have to take 2 out of 3.
What are you up in the wild card? 2 games on the Braves?
2 games and then half. Diamondbacks lost last night.
The Diamondbacks are the last seed.
Yes, so we're the second. Technically, right now we're the second seed. If we take 2,
it's tight. That's tight.
It's crazy.
I mean, you guys celebrating out here like you're already there.
No, I'm not celebrating. I just said holy cow. It's a tough. This is
tight.
It's crazy. Isn't it really cool? It's crazy.
The 3 game set against the Braves, and then how many against the Braves?
3. It's there's 6 games left in the season for both the Braves, the Mets, and the Diamondbacks. There's 6 games going into today, or 5 because the Diamondbacks were yesterday. It's gonna be huge.
Biggest
really,
series of the year.
This is it.
I said that last. I can't believe you guys swept the Phillies.
3 out of 4. That's still pretty. That's still very
insane. I can't believe you guys are still only 2 ahead of the Braves
because they just keep winning. Well, and the other thing too is they win, we win. They lose, we lose. It's like there's just no ground. Like it's been so hard for us to pick up ground. It really is annoying.
So right now,
they've also been playing some crappy teams. They had a ton of games against the Marlins, which the Marlins ended up taking every one out of, which was huge and gave us a game.
Right now, the Mets have an 80% chance to make the playoffs. They have a 46% chance.
If the Mets win 2 out of 3, they're in. Doesn't matter if they lose the rest of the games of the season. They'll have a 4-game lead.
2 out of 3.
If they take 2 out of 3, they'll have a 4-game lead. But because of the new rules now, there's no game 163. So they have the tiebreaker in the season series, so it doesn't even matter.
So if they lose 2 out of 3, what happens?
If they lose 2 out of 3,
if they lose 2 out of 3, they're tied.
They're game up. The Mets will be. If the Mets lose 2 out of 3, they're a game up.
How does that make sense when they have a 1-game lead?
They have a 2-game lead.
Yeah, so they would be a game up.
Because they would if you just said they would win a game.
I'm here.
So they minus out a game.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here. It just took me a second to
They
click
have
it.
a
I'm here.
1-game lead going into the Brewers series. And
They
they'll have a 1-game lead going into the Brewers series. And that's it. Why are you crickling?
Oh my god.
Oh my
You're
lord.
such a sucker. I
I'm
can't wait
kidding.
for when the Yankees lose
Listen,
my
I
lord.
think I'm
the 50th.
I think what you guys are doing is great because no one expected it. And
I
now
called
you-
it.
Now it's expected.
I
now
called
it's
it.
like if you don't get it, that's going to be a disappointment.
Yeah.
Now you're at that point where you're like, okay, we've been doing this for
yes.
a month and a half, 2 months, whatever.
Since May 30th. It's September. We had the best record of baseball since May.
How are you still in a wild card spot?
Because everyone else just keeps winning.
Because you started so bad.
Yeah. We were 11 games. We were 11.
87, 89.
It's not terrible.
No, it's good. What do you mean? That's
We
not
were
terrible. That's good.
for the way we started the season.
That's pretty good for the way you guys started the season.
That's the stat.
I wanna
It's May
see
30th, the best record in baseball, which is crazy. It just shows how much.
I don't know how that's still like. I remember hearing that like a couple weeks ago.
It's still a thing. It's crazy. They have the a week ago, and they just won like 9 of their last 10. Keep it up.
So,
It's unbelievable.
so you guys got.
It's down to 4. It's really one. It's one of
the
these.
Cubs. Everyone's out.
Everyone's out. So
What's going on in
the American League?
No. Padres 3.5 out of sight.
Mhm.
Out of sight, most likely.
Yeah, they got the first spot. The
They
best
got
case
the
scenario,
first
the Mets
spot.
get the
Maybe-
second spot.
Second spot, best case scenario. Maybe third spot.
The only reason I say the second spot is because if we keep it up, and us keep it up, we win because we have the season series against them.
Sure, yeah. That's if you guys tie.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
if we tie.
That's if you
Right now we have a half-game lead. So
What are they? They're only 5-5. You guys are 7-2 in the last 10. Braves 6-4. The AL, I don't even care to think about. Detroit
good for
getting
them.
it. Dude, the Twins are like the Twins are it's crazy.
good for the Tigers, though, man. That's awesome.
Mariners still a game and a half out. Red Sox 3.5 games out. Rays are probably done. Red Sox are probably done.
Yeah, the Mets had the Hughes series. They're taking 3
They're
out
not
of 4.
statistically eliminated, but
Taking 3 out of 4 from the Phillies, though. I think that really gave them a
the
boost.
Orioles are 3-7.
I mean, 3 out of 4 from the Phillies.
Yeah,
I think honestly the biggest spark plug. I mean, he has overexceeded expectations coming into that spot, huge spot, and playing really well. Like, and not to mention his fielding isn't terrible. It's shortstop. It really hasn't been. And he plays everywhere too. I love it. He plays outfield.
All
Plays
these
second.
kids play everywhere.
He
Like
plays second
literally,
base.
like, that's the one thing that the Yankees don't learn how to do.
Get versatile players.
It's just they don't understand how to get like new style players. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, person who steals. No,
Well,
okay.
you got that.
Person who plays
you,
every position. One, I mean,
that was
Cabrera and Jazz. I guess.
Yeah. First, third, and second.
oh
Yeah,
my
but
Lord.
he's awful.
Yeah, but he's got the back of an 80-year-old. He's done.
Awful. He's terrible. Yeah, but he's awful.
So what's
He's
the
not
ceiling?
a good versatility. It's just bad. He's bad. Cabrera's all right. I think Cabrera's like more of a excitement type guy. Like it's more of like a spark plug. You know what I mean? Because when he plays bad, it's bad.
Yeah.
But when he plays good, it's good and it's exciting. You know, like that's just what he does.
Anything better than that.
I think he's I think he's a good player when he's playing. You know, playing.
I got
well.
a question. Now this is unbiased. So
Decent
we
player.
could. So what do you think? And I'll ask you for him. What do you think the Yankees' ceiling is this season? You think it's World Series or bust? You really think they're going to make the World Series? Because then
I
you
think
can
it has
answer
to.
from the Cardinals.
I think it
actually,
has.
no, they're
I
not.
think it has.
I don't think they'll make the World Series.
Shocker.
But
Because I mean,
think-
this is the yearly thing. Like yearly, everyone hates on you.
I'm not
because-
hating. I said
because
I'm
it's
not.
deserved though.
Yeah, but when it's every year organization, I'm sorry for you that
That's
we
the
are
most New
superior.
York Yankees
I'm
thing.
sorry, we are.
It is the most.
Because we are just haters. Superior
I'm not
organization.
hating
There's
on the
no
Yankees.
organization in sports who is more superior than the Yankees. None. Everyone knows it,
What-
and you guys are
based on
jealous.
what?
Based on championships.
So, yeah, you beat the Brooklyn Dodgers 8 times in 1930.
Sure, I get that. I
Congrats.
do get that
You
because
have
I
Jackie
It's
Robinson.
16
I get that because
You
I
would
feel that
redshirting
way
Jackie
for
Robinson.
I feel that way for a lot of other teams too. I understand
Okay.
that. But
So, no, I don't think you're gonna make the World Series.
Okay.
I think another team will. But, yes, it is a disappointment if you don't.
yeah, it does.
It
It is.
definitely is.
I agree.
Absolutely. You have to make one. How have you not made one?
I don't know,
With
but
the players that they've
because
had.
of the
Really?
because they asked us.
Okay,
So
so I
one-
will
We
give
would
you
have won
that.
that series. We would have won that series.
I will give
We
you
would
that.
have won that series. We would have been.
You don't know. They won the World Series 3 years later, and they made it 2 years later.
But you don't know.
But that
But-
that 1 year, that cheating one, I think
I mean,
I think
I'll give you the credit of where you guys would have made it. Would you have won?
I don't know. I don't know if we would have
Or
won,
won,
but
you
that Nationals team was not going to. They were on a mission.
that would have been fun.
Yeah,
that would have been real fun.
Yeah. They would
This year,
won.
I think it's going to be.
You want some business.
I don't know if we're going to win it, but I think that's what we need to do. That's what they need to do.
Yeah.
So they need to win.
So now,
They need to win the World Series.
what do you
Because
think?
if it's not them, I don't know who else really I think is going to be.
Guardians are in the AL?
I think they're-
No.
Listen,
They've been doing
that is a
consistent.
the
Unless
Guardians. This is how I put it. The Guardians play
I like
smart.
Guardians.
The Guardians play smart baseball.
Very smart.
That-
Yes.
They play smart baseball, and that's how they win games, right? That doesn't always work in the playoffs.
No, but
And I just don't
they're
think.
a very good team. They seem very.
I just don't know if they're. What do you think's going to be? Who
I think Cleveland is definitely an option. Baltimore, to me, I'm a little weary on. Consistent. They've been doing consistent.
They've been playing so bad.
Yeah,
Just gotta-
they've been playing
Yeah, you just have to get in. But
Yeah.
you
Look at
gotta
the
hope
Phillies.
that-
Look at the Phillies. The Phillies were playing like smart baseball, dumb baseball one year with the first year that they really made a run. They're playing very dumb baseball. I remember watching that game. Jerry Connor, like,
I'm gonna
you guys are making so many errors, and then they turned it on and they made it great. You never know. But I think the Guardians are definitely a team. The only reason I say, did you say smart baseball is hard?
No, I didn't say it doesn't work.
And
Sometimes it doesn't work. They
I
play
think for them,
in my opinion, we played them. They played. I think the Yankees played this year, which is all of them. I think the Guardians play the most smart baseball, and that's why they win games.
Yeah.
The Yankees don't play smart baseball
Well, I
and win.
won it.
No.
both, yeah.
but see that to me,
I don't know, but usually it doesn't because you don't have that. I think that
they don't make mistakes.
they don't make mistakes.
You
A lot
have
of
to.
that one-
What do you mean?
You said smart baseball doesn't work.
Yeah.
No,
that's-
I didn't say it doesn't work.
What do you
I
mean,
said
like
sometimes
take
it doesn't work. I'll
gambles?
tell you
like,
why. I'll
take
tell you
gambles?
why. I don't think it works. I don't think their version works because they don't have that, like, you know what I mean? They don't have that. They don't have
I
that.
gotta be honest. That has no backing whatsoever.
I don't think so.
I don't think.
They don't have
I
enough
think-
wins.
I don't think they have enough.
I-
I don't think they have enough. I don't think they have enough big time difference makers to win a World Series. I don't.
Yeah.
Some-
Hanley
have
Ramirez.
to.
Hanley Ramirez is a terrible baseball player. Can't hit home runs.
He's almost
not
not
clutch.
I'm saying.
Stephen
Terrible.
Kwan.
I-
Stephen Kwan.
I
yeah,
don't think they will. I don't think.
the man himself.
I think Stephen Kwan. I think they have good
Mr.
baseball
Jim-
players. I really do. Stephen Kwan's
Christmas.
obviously.
Well,
I think they have good baseball players.
Yeah.
I don't think they have stars.
Yeah, but they don't need
they
stars to
literally
win.
have a star.
They don't
They
need.
do. Ramirez is a star, fine,
So
but
they do have stars.
Okay.
no, he's fine. But I think he's the worst.
You know
one of
what?
the worst stars in the league.
Oh
I do.
my
I truly
God.
believe that. I
I
think.
well,
I truly believe that. I think
Yes.
in A, I think he's the worst. Star
Does
in
my
the-
head hurt as much as yours?
yeah,
Listen,
Mine,
headphones are
I think, or it's the radio waves. I don't know what's going on.
Jose Ramirez, right?
This is what's-
I'm 100%. Jose Ramirez right now, right?
Look at all.
yeah, they're absurd.
274 batting average.
Oh, that's terrible. He's the
It's not-
worst
it's not
star in
terrible.
the league.
Star. We're talking about star.
Average is not the
No, I know
stat
average is very
nowadays.
average is I know average is not that. The rest of them,
Good.
OPS 851,
Very
on
good.
base percentage is 331,
Right,
5 logging,
right,
6-4.
right.
That to me screams like a great baseball player, right?
Almost
Not a star.
40.
Not a star.
He's almost 44.
Not a star.
Is he?
How's it
Is he?
not-
Is he
No,
only
I'm saying
DH?
he's a
Hold on.
star. but he is the bottom tier of stars. I'm sorry. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't think you're understanding what my argument is. You have the group of stars. Think about when you're looking at those tier lists. You have the S tier, the A tier, B tier, right? He's in S
You
tier,
know why this
but at
is?
the
You
bottom
know
of
why
the S tier.
this is the excuse? I'm gonna give you the excuse why they're doing this, right? Like
Why?
you said, they're smart baseball. They don't make mistakes. You have to beat them. They're not going to give up.
Sure.
They're not going to give up runs. They're not going to give up hits. They're not going to give that up. And that's something that is very, very hard to break, especially in the playoffs. You know your team.
Give me a team that's won the World Series strictly off of the team playing smart, right? Without a factor of a good
Smart baseball.
Wait, let me finish. You guys haven't let me finish an entire baseball conversation.
I mean, that's like every other show. You don't let us finish.
I always let you finish, but you guys are dumb.
You talked about Malik Neighbors for 35
And I
minutes.
loved every second of it. The entire team, name the World Series team that won. The entire team are they play smart baseball, right? And their star is not making huge enough impacts to win.
San Francisco Giants. Yep. They didn't rely off one guy. They relied off the whole team.
I mean, I don't know.
Texas Rangers. They relied on Adolis Garcia.
And how well did they play? How well did Adolis Garcia and Garcia play? And then,
no. Let me explain. I'm giving examples. I'm giving examples. No. I'm giving examples of the teams that rely on stars. Texas Rangers.
No.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. The San Francisco Giants.
You're doing the opposite of what I'm saying. You're doing the opposite of what I'm saying.
Those are teams. I told you my answer. San Francisco Giants. You look at that's what I'm saying.
They relied on Marco Scutaro. Like, come on, they had no stars at all.
They played really good defense.
Mm-hmm.
They had clutch hits when they needed them. They didn't really go crazy with the long. Good pitching, and they had great, and they had a good bullpen.
I want to say the Royals.
And by the way, they're considered a dynasty. So even more reason why they're a smart baseball. Brandon Belt is an unbelievable defender.
That was also.
Here we go.
What?
So I won.
What?
No.
With the
I was going to say, I don't know what Brandon Crawford's stats were that year, but that was like.
He was never a great hitter.
He was never a great hitter, but he was
Pablo
a
Sandoval.
Star. Jose Ramirez isn't a star. Crawford was not.
No, I didn't say I said Jose Ramirez wasn't. Is a star. I just think he's of the bottom tier of stars.
So that means they sucked. Won what?
I didn't
how
say
many?
that. He's just putting things in my mouth. I didn't say. All I said is I don't think he's a good enough star. That's why I don't think they're going to win the World Series, which they won't. By the way, they're not going to win the World Series. They're not going to get anywhere close. They might get. They're going to get bounced. They're going to get bounced. When you're playing teams like the Yankees, when you're playing teams like the Astros. By the way, Astros are still a thing.
Astros are. Yeah.
They actually like.
Justin Tucker's a dog.
If it's not the Astros, they're doing. And I think. Hello. No. I think that star power is just a little bit more than we think. Like last year with the Phillies.
Yeah. What?
I think it's going to be all right. So you want my prediction? You want my prediction?
I think that's very important. Yeah, but I mean,
last year.
See, that's the thing. I don't want like Corbin Carroll. Maybe is the thing. Like, but he's dynamic.
He's bottom tier star.
Yeah. I think he's dynamic.
Oh,
so times is dynamic.
Oh my
maybe.
God.
Yeah. You might,
so anyway,
but do you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's a stupid argument when I say it out loud, but what I'm trying to say is like that S tier, he's bottom tier. Well, he's bottom tier of S tier. Is that a crazy?
I mean, it is a little crazy. Even
so,
one of the most consistent third baseman.
So let me put.
I just don't think he's
like he's not a judge, obviously.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm like he's not a. I think a player from every team that's better than him.
Cardinals go.
Okay, maybe not. Maybe not the Cardinals.
A's go.
Maybe not.
All right. So, what is your
teams like?
What is your World Series?
With or without the Yankees, or does it matter?
No, right now. If it ended today, which I mean, we're pretty much got a pretty good picture of how it's going to decide. Wow.
I mean,
so let's say let's say the Mets win, right? They take 2 out of 3. They clinch. It's the Diamondbacks. It's the Padres, right? That's the wild card. What is your World Series matchup?
I mean, what does it look like? Let me see.
That's what we got.
Let me see the current thing. Okay, so this is current, right? So we have. So we'll start with the NL. The Diamondbacks are going to play the Brewers. The Mets are going to play the Padres. Winner of the Mets Padres plays the Dodgers. Winner of Diamondbacks Brewers plays the Phillies. Right?
Mets are going to beat the Padres, and
Mets are going to beat
the Dodgers.
Mets are going to beat the Padres, maybe, and then get destroyed by the Dodgers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then
absolutely,
the Brewers will probably beat the Diamondbacks, I think, and play the Phillies. And depending on what kind of Phillies team you get, I think the Phillies win.
if you're getting a Phillies team like we've been getting,
it's so weird. It's so weird.
I think
the Phillies beat the Dodgers.
I agree. If the Padres the Padres could beat the Mets, but the Mets know they could beat the Padres. They know they can. They came very close to taking 3 out of 4. They ended up splitting. They know they could beat them. And when Diaz wasn't playing well in that series, a lot of guys were not playing well, but they know they could take 3 out of 4. I think the Mets beat the Padres. They lose to the Dodgers. I think that's going to go. At least on that side of the bracket. Again, the other side of the bracket, Brewers are going to beat the Diamondbacks, and then I think if we get the Phillies like we've been getting for the past few years now, like this is
Phillies Dodgers. Phillies might make.
Yeah, it's going to be a
it's going to be what happens.
Battle.
It's going to be a battle. Let's go both ways to the NLCS and the ALCS. So let's go. Tigers, Astros. That's Astros. Tigers. Look for the Tigers making it, but that's the Astros. KC Orioles. KC.
I was gonna say O's.
It's gonna go to 3.
I mean, the way the O's, it's gonna go to 3. If the O's play. Have they 7 in a row? I just know the Orioles have been playing really bad. It might be like a bad. Yeah, I mean,
it's gonna go to 3. It's gonna be an ugly.
The Yankees should beat both those.
So
yeah.
Let's
say Yankees in the
Orioles. Yankees probably win.
Let's say Yankees in the ALCS, and then Astros, Guardians. Dude,
I'm going Astros.
Yeah, it's gonna be. We're gonna see an Astros Yankees.
And
you know what?
Oh, say it.
This year's different. Let's go. All right. This year's different. Yankees are gonna beat the Astros in the ALCS.
All right, so you have the Yankees in the World Series.
Can I have information and back myself up? Absolutely not. But because history doesn't support me, nothing supports me. But I think we beat them.
Okay.
This year. I think this year's
so you
different.
think the Yankees for the American League and now the National League.
I think this is harder.
It is.
I think this is way harder.
Oh, I said the Brewers are going to.
I agree.
Yeah, and then I think the Brewers are going to.
Yeah, Brewers beat the Diamondbacks, play the Phillies, right?
Padres
and Mets.
I was going to say Padres.
It could. Yeah,
say Mets. I mean,
it could go either way. Honestly, I think
the Mets can beat them. The Mets can beat the team.
So I think next
they could have very easily taken 3 out of 4. And
sure, but then they run into a brick wall.
Yeah, no,
the Dodgers are a brick wall.
Dodgers, Phillies, right?
All I want from the Mets,
Dodgers, Phillies in the NLCS.
All I want from the Mets is to take just get through one series. Get me to the Dodgers. I'm happy as a clam. Do whatever.
So NLCS,
after everything,
NLCS, Phillies, Dodgers.
Yeah.
Cool.
Phils, the Vikings.
Dude, I don't know why, but I like that too.
I really do.
If they really like that.
And again,
if
the Dodgers are known for, but they're so good.
I know exactly.
So good. This might be the best year in a real long time.
And if we keep getting
Ohtani,
if we keep getting what the Phillies we've been getting from the Phillies for the past few years now, the playoffs
is crazy. Everyone's like about the Ohtani like 50-50, which is a fantastic achievement.
Yeah,
dude, imagine hitting behind. Like, dude, he hits in between. He's either batting first and then hitting in front of Mookie and Freddie Freeman, or hitting between Mookie and Freeman.
No Lindor. Not yet.
Yeah.
But he's been crazy. They're aiming for him to be back for the series.
What
are you talking about?
No, Ohtani.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Sorry, just
like he's either hitting in front of both Mookie and Freddie Freeman, or in between. Freddie.
Yeah, I mean that's when happens.
Or Teoscar Hernandez.
What?
Teoscar Hernandez.
Tommy Edmonds been
dude
red hot.
They got a good
shout out ring. mean, their pitching, I guess, is the only suspect thing. Who do they have?
Yeah, how has
Another full
can
rotation.
does anyone have the stats? I guess I can.
Kevin
I
Stone.
honestly, I don't really pay attention to the NL that much, but I don't.
What are their depth chart?
Yeah, I got you. Glass now.
But he's
Yeah, Glasnow's hurt, I think.
no.
This is. I just want to see one thing. All right, this app's awful.
It doesn't exist
It just
anymore.
doesn't exist. None of the.
Out? The lineup
Gavin
out?
Stone, Yamamoto.
No. It has
I know, but that's both that's stats and
oh,
depth
you
chart.
want to see. Oh, Flaherty.
Jack Flaherty,
Jack
Yamamoto,
Flaherty, very good pitcher.
Walker Buehler.
Very good, yeah.
What's their rotation been like?
That's their
That's their weakness.
That's it. No, but it is. I know, dude. They have so many people. Kershaw, Stone, Glass now. Dude, this is. They only have 4 active starters. They have 4 active starters.
Yes, they've been doing maybe bullpen games or like spot starters.
That's how much I don't know about the Dodgers.
I know. That's
wild.
It's just I feel like it's becoming.
Meanwhile, you look the other way, and like the Yankees are running out 6-man rotation.
Yeah.
By changing, by throwing a starter in the bullpen like every like wild to me. It's like the craziest thing we've ever done.
Very interesting management.
It's so weird. It's like so they go through the order and one player goes to the bullpen, and then they go through the order again, and then the other player goes to the bullpen. They're pitching. Their pitching doesn't really scare me.
It doesn't.
It really doesn't. Dodgers pitching.
No, it's just that offense at top of the order. Terrible.
What are you looking for?
I'm just looking at their roster. I mean, they have a lot of guys, but like
It's just that top guy is the problem. That top guy is their problem. Depth, yeah. There's not a lot of depth, but like if you look at their like Mookie, they have like
Miguel
Rojas is.
having a good year.
He's having a look. Go back to Kike.
And
There's no way he could be good.
19.
219, 272 on base.
He plays every. Loves him.
yeah, he's a defensive guy.
Yeah, Tommy had
Tommy
780. Dude, 265. Yeah, so I think the Phillies beat him.
That's gonna be tough. I don't know.
It's gonna be tough. The
pitching
Phillies
scares
Yankees World Series.
Wow.
Rematch of 9?
Oh wait. No.
9. Yeah.
Yeah, they won in 08. The Phillies won.
Tampa.
Oh yeah.
Yankees are gonna win the World Series this year. I have no backing for it. I just kind of hope. I mean, they have to. How do you not? How do you not?
Well,
they very
we will
easily.
tell you in a couple weeks when they blow it.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
October
When
15th.
when they lose in the CS.
We'll talk to you next week.
What bullpen
when
arm
the
blows?
Mets don't make the postseason.
Oh Lord.
Nah,
It's harder for
it's
them
very-
not to make it.
Yeah,
it's very
yeah.
easy to make. That's why it would be really funny if
Because
they don't.
the
You know what I mean?
only
It would
way
be kind of funny if they don't.
it would, yeah.
It would be kind of funny.
It'd be a pretty Mets thing.
Yeah, it'd be very funny.
The way they've been playing
And
for
what do you
so
get-
long. It's
It's
like,
so funny because it's been like a year for you guys. Like you guys were really bad, then you just became like really good, and like you're still in the wild card position. Like you couldn't.
the Phillies have just been
really good.
Yeah.
And then you're doing this stuff, and then the Tua thing.
nah. Tua made us bad, and then we got good.
Like you guys might be the goofiest team in the league.
It's
It's so goofy.
it's so much fun though.
I would hate it. I would hate that. I'd be like, just play.
Yeah.
Just stop doing concerts after games. Someone tell,
But that's the thing.
what's
It's not
it
a
called?
problem because
Iglesias.
they keep winning.
I
So
understand that. Stop telling Iglesias to get off the field right now and stop singing his stupid song.
all right, he's been 319 on the year. I don't really
I know,
care.
it just doesn't make it for me. Like, if you
gets
do
all
that, I would be
big.
so annoyed. Would you? Would you be annoyed if the Yankees acted like the Mets and like put like concerts in the middle of the field, did like grimace things?
Okay, it was
and, like
one concert.
Would you
He's
be-
sang one song.
what?
Yeah.
No,
he
no,
doesn't
I know,
hate-
but if the Yankees did it, would you be annoyed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If the counter said if we won a World Series,
Yeah, I agree.
but like if we didn't, like I would be like,
For the
just
season,
wasted my time with all this nonsense away from the sport.
but
Just
also
play
you-
the sport. Just play the sport. Stop doing this nonsense. You guys had a grimace.
they are playing.
You see
purple one.
I
purple.
love that. I love it.
Dude, that's a thing from McDonald's. Like, what are you guys doing?
It worked.
I would be embarrassed.
I'm not. I don't care.
I guess you're used to it.
We have the best record in baseball since May 30th. That's all I care about. They're winning. If they were doing this stuff and they were like on the verge,
Yeah,
and
no,
fine,
it definitely lessens to the embarrassment. It's still
listen.
White Sox are bad.
Huh?
The White
Oh
Sox
my
are
God!
bad.
Have you seen their
Bad.
Twitter
Oh, that would
posts
be
after
so
every
funny.
game? Like, they scored more than us. I'm like, yeah,
I saw the one yesterday. The one yesterday was ESPN app. Or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
I did not see that.
that was really.
It was
funny. The White Sox did not win. Yeah, it's like yeah. Oh, God, I was in the summer,
I'll tell you,
and I was there. I think I told you this. I met Tony La Russa, which was very
You
good. Met Tony La Russa, very cool guy, very nice. We were in the hotel. It was White Sox Twins. We were in the Twins stadium. Great stadium, by the way. Recommend. Very nice town. But we were in the same hotel, ironically, as the White Sox. And it was like a week and a half after the trade deadline. So really after they kind of just sold everything and really just said we stink. Oh man, it was being in there. Marco Vargas looks like the saddest person I've ever met in my life. Really, unbelievable. I feel terrible for the guy. Really.
All those memes about it.
And then the best is like you could see like the bright-eyed rookie who just got called up for AAA, like the guy from he's from like DR or something like that. Like he's like, oh, I'm in the major leagues, but we are like you can see the difference between the vets who can't wait to get out of there and the rookies. It was so funny there. Around the worst team in baseball. Like it was really, really bad. I feel terrible for those guys over there dealing with that.
You met Larissa in the hotel?
Yeah, he was in the restaurant. So we had just landed and we were looking for food. So we went to the hotel. They said the restaurant was open late. So we walked in and he was having dinner and yeah, reading a book. Really nice guy. So it was really nice to meet him. He was a great guy, but Godspeed. Big week coming up. Good week coming off a good weekend for all New York teams. Jets, Giants, Mets, Yankees.
Let's go Giants.
Let's go Giants. Let's go
Jets. Let's go Yankees. Let's go Mets.
I'm so happy you just said that.
Well, I'm saying it in general.
yeah.
I don't really care, but let's go. Like, I don't.
No, it's gonna be a great
Let's go Islanders tonight. Rangers.
second playoff game. Yep, hockey's on its way back.
Preseason.
Second preseason game. This is the second preseason game.
playoff.
No, second preseason game.
Knicks are on their way back too. They're starting to work out.
Yeah,
getting
Knicks,
ready.
Nets.
It's an exciting time.
Will be good.
But they're it's getting to a nice time of the year. Everyone keeps winning away.
The quad.
The four sports can't wait. Best time of the year. I'm really excited. But we'll talk about it next week. Talk about how everyone did next week and all the things we talked about this week. They turned out next week.
What Nick are you guys gonna get next? That's gonna be interesting. Ooh, we're gonna wait.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be like 15 pounds lighter. It's gonna be,
All day he's gonna come back.
I'm already on my way there.
Lights
We need mood lighting.
they get swept. And then he's like,
Nope. Walk in, load up on guns, just so we'll see.
What are you setting up?
thank
right
you
now?
guys. Thank you guys for watching. We will talk to you next week. Nick, thank you. Robert, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next week.